Hello and welcome to another episode of Growing in Grace with Brooke. I'm Brooke Magdal, your host, and I'm so happy you're joining me today on this beautiful Tuesday. Beautiful Tuesday. It has been such a beautiful week, and I just want to be outside all the time. But the Lord wants me to make a podcast. The Lord is like, you did this. You need to spread the word. You need to spread your advice and things you have gone through. So here I am. Also, before we get into the topic, I know everyone's looking at my beautiful sweater. And my advice is to go in your best friend's closet, steal it, and just don't give it back until she says she wants it back. Thank you, Marley. Also, go into your brother's closet and get his boy shorts because they are so comfy. Why are girls' shorts actually so uncomfortable? Okay. Anyway, this is my outfit. So, today's topic, by the title, I took 7 days off social media. I decided this on a random Sunday night where, when it's like Sunday and you're like, I want to better myself. I want to take on the world. And it's like a random, that's basically what happened. But it was truly conviction from the Lord because I was in a situation where I felt like it was not a godly place. It was not even where I wanted to be. It was more the pressure that this is what everyone around me is doing. This is where everyone is. And it's kind of a hard situation because it's like I want to interact with people that I haven't seen in a long time, but it's like, where are these people that they're all interacting? And that place itself is a worldly place that I felt threw me off, and I felt the conviction. And this Sunday, I was so consumed over it, and I didn't really know how to handle or what to do, and truly the Lord was like, just take a step back, let's just spend time with each other. So this was a couple weeks ago that all happened, and it was a Sunday night. I decided I'm going to delete Instagram and TikTok. Snapchat is my way of communicating with my friends from school that are across the world, so I felt like that wasn't something that was holding me back, and it wasn't really the place where you're scrolling. You're not scrolling on Snapchat, you're scrolling on TikTok and Instagram. So I decided I'm going to take a step back, and we're just going to cleanse, and we're going to see what happens for 1 week. 1 week is nothing. And this is something I have wanted to do for so long. But in my head, I'm like, okay, but when the timing's right, because this Tuesday I'm going here and I want to post it, or I want to make a TikTok when I'm here. No, Brooke, just do it. Just do it. So guys, if you're thinking about doing something, just do it now. Because if not now, when? So anyway, I decided I'm going to take 7 days, and every day I'm going to document what I was feeling and kind of what shifted from the social media, because maybe it wasn't affecting me, maybe it was something else that was actually coming into play, into maybe some confusion, some insecurity, some anxiety, I don't know. So I did this Sunday night, and the Monday morning I woke up, and here's my little notebook that I wrote everything. So we're going to talk day by day. Day 1, I kept on clicking right where my TikTok was. And when I would click, it would be Netflix. That is not TikTok. And it's actually crazy that my brain is so used to clicking at a certain spot. And I bet you next time if you go on your phone, like, your brain will know. Like, you could literally have your eyes closed and your brain will know exactly where to click for that TikTok, girl. Throughout the day, I was thinking, okay, why am I actually wanting to go on TikTok? Why am I actually going on Instagram? And I realized the moments where I was about to click was when I was feeling most anxious, most confused. I was feeling stressed. I was going on these apps because I was feeling an emotion that is not from God. What? And you think when you go on social media, I usually get more stressed because I see these beautiful girls. I'm like, wow, wouldn't it be nice? Or I look at them and I'm like, oh, they're doing this. Like, I wish I was. And I think that's a subconscious thought that we have when we're looking at social media. I think I have a lot of gratitude when I see those type of things, but of course when you go on TikTok and you see a girl with the dream bod, you're like, ooh, I want that. So it's kind of confusing that I went on social media when I was feeling stressed and thinking that it was actually relieving something, but it was actually probably creating more stress in my body. So by the end of that day, I just realized I was truly just clicking out of habit, and I was clicking when I was feeling an emotion that was painful for me. Interesting. Day 2, I already felt less mental noise. That was the first thing I wrote. It's like, I woke up, no mental noise. I woke up and I was ready for the day. And throughout the day, since I didn't have all this mental noise, that the chit chatter from the social media, I actually could hear the Lord's voice. I could hear him tell me, this is what you should do. This is how you can serve me. And I naturally wanted to do those things. I naturally went to go grab my Bible in the morning. I naturally went to go on that walk. I was doing things in worship. I was worshiping God in every single aspect because I didn't have the opportunity to go click on my phone. There's nothing for me to click. I wasn't clicking when I was feeling stressed. When I was feeling stressed, I decided I can pray because I don't have anything else to do, you know? When you don't have something that you're so used to doing that takes away the time, takes away the worry, you actually have to focus on, why am I actually feeling this emotion? And then you go to God for it. So day 3, I woke up, made my bed. Guys, I don't know exactly what type A, type B means. I'm pretty sure I'm type B because my room, it's really hard for it to stay clean. And I don't even know why, because I can literally clean it in 5 minutes. But when I tell you, it's so hard for me to make my bed. I feel like in my brain, I'm like, okay, I have to do this before I do it. And day 3, no social media. I woke up and made my bed. Like the first thing I did. What? And then I realized my room has been clean for 3 days because the first day I had nothing to do, right? Because obviously I wasn't on TikTok. So I cleaned my room. Day 3, my room was clean for 3 days. And I think the clean room just shows how motivated I was without this media. I was motivated to go on walks. I remember going on so many walks. I remember thinking, okay, why did I not think about doing this before actually doing it? Because I think it's a constant, you have to prepare yourself to say, okay, 10 more minutes of TikTok and then I'll go to bed. 10 more minutes and then I'll go on my walk. No, you have no more 10 minutes, girl. Go up and do it. You have nothing else to do. Are you going to lay in your room and look at the ceiling? Come on. Something else I wrote was how weird I think it is that we are so connected to people on the internet that we don't even know. I mean celebrities, I mean mutuals, people we don't talk to. We are so connected to see what they're doing. And it's so normal. It's so normalized to be like, did you see what this girl was doing yesterday? Oh, did you see who she was with? No, live your life. Guys, live your life. It's your life. You don't need to see what other people are doing. Day 4, it's already been 4 days, and in my brain, I was like, it's kind of going by fast. Like, I feel like my days are good. Like, I thought it was going to be literally the hardest challenge ever. I was like, challenge impossible. 7 days, no TikTok or Instagram. Day 4, I realized that my bedtime, where I would sit and lay in my bed, was mainly for the scrolling. So when I didn't have scrolling, I was not in my bed. I realized that me laying in my bed was, like I just said, and it was crazy because I was not in my bed at all. I realized in these past 3 days, there was nothing for me to be in my bed for. So the motivation was continuing to snowball because I was just like, girl, what am I laying in my bed for, to like look at my word Scrabble game? Snowball because I was just like, girl, what am I laying in my bed for, to like look at my word Scrabble game? No. And over time, I realized that my conversations were clearer. My movement was better. My presence was better. I was overall more present in the moment. Already 4 days. Okay, it has only been 4 days where I have not been on TikTok or Instagram, and I already feel more present in the moment. I feel present with the Lord. I feel present on my next step. I know what I need to do next. I know what I want to do because I'm not sitting there for 3 hours on the same social media, the same game, thinking, oh, okay, what am I going to do later? And you have to plan everything out. No, just get up and do it. On day 5, I realized that so many people pop up in my head on a daily basis. I mean, someone I saw once, someone I used to hang out with, and it's crazy to see that when you think of someone, our automatic habit is to go on some sort of media and look them up and see what they're doing. It's not to pray for them. It's not to reflect on their good qualities. It is truly just to see what are they up to. And maybe it's within good intentions because I feel like for me, it's a lot of good intention. I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're up to. And that's totally okay, but it's not something you should be doing all the time. I truly believe that if the Lord is putting someone in your head, He's putting in your head so you pray for them. It's for you to wish good things upon them. Maybe reach out to them and say, hey, I was thinking about you. How are you doing? Not stalking their Instagram. Come on. Stalking their TikTok. What is that doing for you? Like, actually, and I realized, what is that doing for me? Like, what was actually my reasoning for that? Day 6, I felt so much freedom in my identity in the Lord, because I was just so in tune with myself. I was so in tune with my movement and what I wanted to do to worship the Lord. It wasn't so consumed over everyone around me, around the world. It was, who am I with God? What is my relationship with God? Who are the people that I genuinely want to talk to? Because I think on Instagram, I feel like the DMs are kind of like a scary place, because random people will reach out and they're like, oh, and it's just kind of weird, the responding to stories sometimes. And I think not having Instagram showed me who I actually want to talk to. Who did I actually want to pick up my phone and FaceTime or send a video on Snapchat? I think sending videos on Snapchat isn't a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. You can stay connected. And, kind of the people that you felt like maybe are not from the Lord, maybe God is not like wanting you to pursue, just fell off because you're not on the media. And you saw that even the people that maybe you were in contact with on those medias, they weren't contacting you outside of it. It's kind of weird, right? It's a little bit weird, and it's interesting to see. I felt more motivated. I felt productive. I felt peaceful and present. Those are the words I described on that day. All of those things are actually insane, because I feel like that is what we want in life. Like, that's truly what we say. Okay, I just want to be motivated. I want to be at peace with my life. Girl, it might just be that phone. Unfortunately, it might be that phone. And I love my phone. Like, I love my phone, but you might just need to get rid of it. Get rid of those things on it. Or honestly, just see. Maybe there's a certain social media that is affecting you. Because last summer, I actually decided to delete TikTok for a week when I was in like a dark time. And it helped me so much. I felt like Instagram wasn't really affecting me. But truly seeing both of these things, I can see how both Instagram and TikTok can affect me so much. And everyone is so different. But it's crazy to see that even after 6 days of something that is so common these days actually brought me so much closer to God and more in tune with my energy, more in tune with people around me. What? And I think the most important thing that happened was the less comparison. There was no comparison, because who was I going to compare myself to? My family? My friends on my phone? No. I couldn't go on TikTok and see a random girl in a different country and she just tanned for 10 days. And I'm like, oh, why do I not look like that? There was no comparison because I was so focused on myself. And no, focusing on yourself is not selfish. Focusing on yourself is self-love, and it is what you need to do in order to spread love around you. You can't love someone else if you don't love yourself. That's why social media actually affects love so much, because the comparison, someone else's relationship is not going to be the same as yours, and it shouldn't. God does not design us all to have the same relationship with our friends, our boyfriends. They're all supposed to be so different and so unique, and that is such a beautiful thing to know. And my last point for day 6 was I felt like my attention belonged to me again. And this means that I put all my attention onto the Lord, what the Lord wanted me for that day, but I was also in control of my own feelings. Because can we think back to day 1? Day 1, I felt like I was going on my phone when I was feeling stressed and anxious. Now, day 6, I felt like I was in control. When I was feeling those emotions, I wasn't going on TikTok because it was deleted, girl. It was deleted. So I went to the Lord. I went to my Bible. I went to things that made me feel good, like a walk, going outside, maybe meditating, something that brings you peace. I felt like my attention belonged to me again. It belonged to me. And that is so important. Now, let's go on the last day, day 7. Now, day 7 felt crazy because it's almost like I didn't really remember what it was like to have the social medias. Of course, like, you're kind of like, oh, I wonder, like, what I'm missing out on. What am I going to see? But day 7, I realized my presence with God was so strong. It was so strong. It was so clear to know. And I was connected with people around me. I was connecting with my own life. And people can also just be my friends because I was able to put all my attention when I was on the phone with them. When I'm on the phone with her, I'm not thinking about, oh, did you see that TikTok I sent you? No, we're actually having a conversation, if we forgot what that is these days. So after these 7 days of no Instagram, no TikTok, it was insane to see what changed in my mind, what changed in the people around me, in my energy, in my motivation. And, we sit here and we always say, oh, social media is so bad for us. Our relationships are getting ruined. But then you're not actually seeing what happens when you delete it. Have you ever actually deleted the app? Delete it. Delete it now. And I want to read a Bible verse that I feel like ties everything in. And the Lord, again, is telling us what we need to do and how much it affects us. Even though in the time that the Bible was written, social media was not a thing, it still applies to everything these days. So this is Proverbs 4, verse 23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Every single thing you do, every single step you take flows. It's a constant step in the direction of your life. If you're stepping in a wrong direction, your life is flowing a little bit that way. So when you're on the media and it's flowing in a bad energy where you're stalking someone and thinking negative things, commenting negative things, or just judging, that is flowing your life. Now, if you're guarding your heart and you're taking a step back when you feel like, okay, I'm idolizing this a little bit too much, I'm taking over a little too much of my mental health when I'm on here, take a step back. You're allowed to take a step back. You don't have to stay always active. And I think that's also a judgment thing of feeling like, okay, what if I don't answer someone on there? They're going to think I hate them. I promise you, if they love you, they're not going to care that you took a day off of Instagram or TikTok. They're going to be happy for you if you felt like that's what you needed. And so I think this verse just really shows in every single aspect of your life, you need to guard your heart. And social media is a crazy thing these days. And it's such a good way to really get in tune with yourself, get in tune with your energy and God. Delete the social media for a week. See what happens. See how your mindset shifts. See how your motivation increases. Because I'm telling you, I had no idea that it was going to affect me this much in such a positive way. Within 2 days, okay, by the way, the second day I woke up motivated. The first day, I was confused. I was a habit. But by the second day, I realized my mind was clear from everything negative that I once was having because of this media that I had no idea was because of the media. So I think this is a crazy thing. And I am just asking you a question. When is the last time you took a step back from social media? When is the last time you decided, I'm going to delete it, I'm going to take a little cleanse and see what happens and refresh? Because now I re-downloaded it, but I even feel more comfortable with deleting it now. I also feel a lot clearer. I'm not on it as much anymore because I realized when I re-downloaded it, there was nothing I was missing. I went on it, got caught up on things for 2 minutes, and I was done. There was nothing else for me to look at. It's honestly just the habit. It is just the brain psychology of it. So I'm so grateful that I did this, and I'm so grateful that God put in my heart to take a step back and just really focus on myself. So we're going to do a little prayer to end out the episode, and I just hope everyone takes this as motivation to see what happens. Take a couple hours back from the screen time and do something for you. And maybe leave your phone also. Maybe leave it at home when you're going on a walk or something like that. See what happens. See how your mind flows and see what was actually causing you to go click on your phone this much. So, dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for today. I thank you for this episode, Lord. I thank you that you give us so much guidance in our life. You give us so much understanding, Lord. I pray that whoever's watching this would just take a step back and really listen to your word. They would just be so present in their own energy and your energy, Lord, that nothing around them would affect them. Nothing would be above you, Lord. You are above everything, and you bring us so much love and guidance that we don't need social media. We don't need anything that is just feeding to the temptation of the enemy, Lord. We pray this all in your name. Amen. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I love you all so much, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye! Your heart gets so affected by everything you're scrolling on Instagram, on TikTok. And I found when I deleted those apps, when I really took a step back and focused on my heart and what does God want for me, it's so clear. The path is so clear in front of you.